Howdy, howdy. Well, made it through the work week. After that last video, which by the way, thank you for the kind words towards the fiance and her family, especially her dad. He's at home now, but it's definitely it's one of those things where it could change in a moment. They almost took him back to the hospital, but I don't know. It's one of those things where you're just on that thing where do you take him and he's in the hospital, he's not comfortable. Do you leave him home where at least he's comfortable? I don't know. It's just one of those things. So hopefully things will get better, but I don't know. We'll see. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll know last night when I was working, I had a terrible, terrible night with a migraine. The night before, was getting in the Jeep, and for some reason, I don't know why, I'm a tall guy, I'm 6'2", but I always think I got to step up into vehicles. And the Jeep is actually lower than you might actually think, a Jeep Liberty. And when I usually step into it, I actually bend my head this way and I get down into the seat. Well, for some reason, the night before last night, I kind of went up and I caught the door frame of the truck right where the roof line is, right here on the side of my head, and it tweaked me pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, there was a tear in the eye. And for the rest of the night, my neck was grinding and it was horrible, and I had this terrible headache. Last night I went to work, and it is just, the pain in my head was unreal. I mean, it was the worst migraine I've had in a long time. I've had some doozies, believe me, but last night's was bad. It was a rough night at work. My neck is feeling a little bit better today. The headache, it's actually just a headache now. It's not a migraine. And believe me, if anybody you out there suffer from migraines, you'll know the difference. A headache is nothing compared to what a migraine will do to you. Last night it was a long night of work. I was so glad to get out of there. That was horrible. So I'm sorry I haven't made a video since the last video with the fiance. But like I said, the next night I hit my head, and then last night I was having that awful night at work, and I didn't want to make an iPhone video because it would have just been me whining, and it would have been not good. So I do apologize for having a gap there, but better you didn't hear the whining. Trust me, I whined enough on Facebook. But anyway, so it's been pretty good, enjoying the day off, and kind of getting myself ready for going into November. Christmas is coming. Trying to get some money saved up for buying some Christmas gifts for the folks, because last year we were pretty strapped for cash and I wasn't working, so this year we want to do a few things, nothing too extravagant, but a few things, and enjoy the Christmas holiday a little bit more, and just have a good time. I've been trying to enjoy the PSP pipe, and that's been working pretty good. So it's been good. I've enjoyed today off. I'm very happy about that. So hopefully I'll get a chat. I haven't had much video chats with the fiance for obvious reasons. She's just really busy with the family, and I understand that. So anyway, I wanted to put a video, let you know what's going on, explain why it's been the gap there. Like I said, it was bad. When I hit that thing, it snapped my neck over so bad, I kind of fell back into the Jeep, fortunately enough. And it took me probably a good 10 minutes before I could, head down the road and keep on doing my job. That was bad. I've hit my head, probably being 6'2" is I've hit my head a lot getting to vehicles. For some reason, like I said, I always think I got to go up when you don't. You actually got to go down. Probably 6 years ago, I really had a bad fall in the driveway of a Maine. It was real icy, and when I slipped, my feet went out from underneath me, but when I landed on the back of my head. And since then, I've had real problems with migraines. The whiplash was so bad, for a week after that, the ex-wife would actually have to hold my neck when I get out of bed because my head would flop over. Literally, I couldn't hold my head up. It was really bad whiplash. Well, ever since then, now I have issues with the migraines, understandably. I probably charted that pretty good then. So when I did that thing in the Jeep, I knew I was in trouble right from the moment. If anybody suffers from migraines, you know the symptoms and when they're coming on. And that baby come on like a roaring train. And then the next day when I went to work, I still had and it just, it was almost 24 hours of dealing with this migraine. Until finally, just before the end of work last night, it kicked down to a headache, and I was so glad just so I could drive home. Otherwise, if you ever had real migraines that are real bad, you notice it affects your eyes a lot. And there's nothing worse than trying to drive home on a dark night, and all of a sudden somebody comes over a hill with high beams on, and you got a screaming migraine. It is not a good situation. So anyway, I'm feeling much better. So hopefully you guys are doing good. If you were up in the East Coast, and a lot of you guys were for that storm, I hope everything went okay for you. I've been watching Facebook and stuff, and everybody seems to be okay. Nobody got hurt or anything. That's the most important thing. So if you're up there, I hope you didn't get hit too bad, and hopefully everything's good for you. Alright guys, thanks for watching as always. I appreciate it. Catch you guys in the next video.